Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. Babe, do. I've got you, babe, do. I've got you, babe, do. Okay, campers, rise and shine. Don't forget your booties because it's cold out there today.
It's cold out there every day. What is this, Miami Beach?
Not hardly. And you expect hazardous travel later today. What with this blizzard thing?
This blizzard thing. Oh, well, I've got the National Weather Report right here saying there's going to be a big blizzard thing.
Yes, there is. And you know what makes today especially interesting?
Especially cold.
Yes, especially cold is the question on everybody's lips.
Their chapped lips.
Yes, their chapped lips. Will Phil come out and see his shadow?
Punk Satani Phil.
That's right, Woodchuck Chuckers. You're listening to Groundcast Day.
A Groundhog Day podcast.
We get your hog out. Shake your hog out there.
There you go.
Hey everybody, I'm Randy.
I'm Bobby.
And this is our 38th watch / discussion. And do it, Bobby. Say the line.
Of what? Oh. And today is Saturday, August 24th, 2019.
Trump is still in office.
Yeah, Trump is still in office, and we're still here.
You heard that right, folks? We're person you're listening to, we're doing 2 episodes back to back.
Back to back, because we forgot to do one last week.
No, we didn't forget. It's just as we were talking about the other one. It's like we were fed up.
We kept pushing it back. Randy hurt his back or something.
So now we're going to talk about Actually, no, we have to go in hot with what I just showed Bobby between recordings here.
Yep.
We have a date, people, for Groundhog Day, like father, like son, a VR experience.
Yep.
It is September 17th. So we have news in the world of Groundhog Day in this year of our Lord, 2019, our Lord Trump.
And it's less than a month away.
It's less than a month away, and we're still not going to play it because I don't own a VR ready machine.
Is this like their version of a Virtual Boy?
No, I would have to show you all these weird VR.
With your headset on.
Oh, I've seen things, Bobby. I've seen things.
It doesn't sound very I wouldn't buy that. I don't think.
Oh, believe me, I was out shopping earlier today and I glanced. I'm like, how much is a PSVR at the moment?
$450.
Yes, but that's with everything. $350, and it comes with 2 games. And I'm like, maybe in the new year.
Yeah, it's
because that and there's one other game that I'm kind of interested in. Yeah, it is a little pricey for my taste. But Black Friday sales, get it under $300, maybe.
Black Friday.
So yep, there's actual new news in the world of Groundhog Day.
His son's name is
Phil. No, his name's Phil. But you're burying it here. Instead of him being a weatherman, he's a vlogger. He's a vlogger who goes by the handle
Glass Phil.
Glass half Phil.
Yep. So many references in there.
And the trailer. Let's talk about this trailer. This brand new trailer.
Can we talk about how the animation looks like?
This game looks like every quote-unquote VR experience I have seen online ever.
It looks like Psychonauts.
Yes.
The animation looks like Psychonauts. Very cartoony.
This for people who play video games and played VR games, especially on the PS4. This game looks like accounting. This game looks like a Fisherman's Tale. This game there's literally a pipe puzzle. No, this looks like it's like I'll show you a clip later from another game, but this is what it looks exactly the same vein as all these other games.
It looks like it came out in the early 2000s.
This looks like the frickin' Rick and Morty VR experience. It's down to the exact same thing. It's ridiculous.
The same template or something.
There is a template for VR games that is easy to follow.
And the characters are Rita, his mother, who's now old.
His jackass brother.
His jackass brother, who looks like he's 40, despite the fact that he's like supposed to, I guess, not be that old, much older. His Ned Ryerson, who's I guess his mentor or something.
My name's sorry, I can't do it. I gotta get it.
And
deeper voice. Ned Ryerson. His voice is super deep for some reason.
And his ex-girlfriend,
Julia.
Oh, Julia. I don't remember anybody's names. But
I don't know. That's the only name I picked up on.
And his father isn't really seen at all.
No, we know from the last trailer that he's become a virtuoso pianissimo.
So maybe
he's an award-winning, but it's like he only talks about his mother in the trailer. It's like he must be estranged from his father. Who knows?
Maybe he'll only call up on the phone,
Maybe we'll watch a Let's Play of it, and we'll just see what the thing's all about later on.
Yeah.
So, my watch of this film this week.
Okay.
I watched it today. The whole lead up to it was Monday I got sick. And by sick, I mean puking everywhere sick. Left work sick.
So a typical week for Randy.
I actually walked home from where we work, and I puked all the way down along the waterfront.
That was you?
That was me. That was me puking all the way down.
What is this mysterious crap all over the bike path?
No, that's actual shit. That's actual crap. That's from all the...
dogs.
No.
Crackheads.
No. All the stupid dinosaurs. I mean the goose. The geese. The geese that are muddying up the streets of River City.
But,
So, and then Tuesday, work was fine. The Wednesday, I went to work. I was at work for 1 minute. My back went out, which was apparently due to all the vomiting I did on Monday.
Wow.
Thursday, I worked alone the whole day. Very stressful. Friday, I worked alone the whole day. Very stressful. That's the whole reason why I said let's not do it Thursday or Friday. I was fed up. And then today, I worked again.
So, sickness and injury, a typical week for Randy.
A Randy story. Sickness and injury.
Hold on a second. Roll your D20 on a 1... No, it's like roll D6 on a 1, 2, 3, or 4. You will be sick or injured this week.
But on a 5 or a 6, you'll have a wonderful week.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I've never rolled a 5 or a 6.
Oh well, that's the way the dice go.
But I haven't rolled a critical failure yet.
Mine is my watch was just a little while ago.
Yeah.
About 2:00 maybe I started watching it. 2 or 3.
Yeah, I watched it about 2 or 3. We were watching it concurrently.
And you know what happened to me? He's looking at me and he's not answering, so I'll answer for you. I watched this movie at regular speed for half the time because I clicked the button to turn it to 1.5 speed, and I just thought it was at 1.5 speed, and apparently it was at regular speed. And I'm looking at the thing, I'm like, boy, that counter's not moving very fast, eh? And then finally, when it got to around like the halfway point with the Rita date and him dancing with her, I was like, wait a second, and I clicked it again, and I'm like, now it starts going fast. I'm like, oh, well. I just watched this movie at normal speed for some reason.
And because I couldn't talk about this because it has to be on mic. Everything about this movie has to be on mic.
That's right.
Before Bobby got here, he goes, "Oh yeah, no, I'm somewhere. I'll be there in a bit." Yeah. Okay, I put the movie on, and I started watching the movie again. I wanted to see how long it would take him. I use this like our distant ancestors used the sun and rocks and shadows to tell time. I was using this movie to keep track of roughly how long, and I want to know how long it took him to get here.
The Nancy part.
I made it up to the Nancy part, which is, as you know by now, 40 minutes into the film. We know how long.
It's 40 minutes in?
It's 40 minutes in. The Nancy part.
So he goes on the Rita. No, it can't be 40 minutes in, because then he's still got to do the whole. He's still got to do the date with the other girl, and then he's got to do the part with the whole Rita date, and it's the halfway point, as you recall, is wait. What is this movie? An hour 40?
Yeah.
So the halfway point is at 55.
Yep. It's after that. It's like it's almost 15 minutes later. It's the halfway point of the film occurs.
Wait. No. Yeah, the halfway point is 55. No, because 55 and 55. Hang on a second.
Let's pause this.
Stupid.
Let's pause this.
All right, We're back from verifying. It is in fact the 39-minute mark. I walked in.
Yeah, I stopped it at the 40-minute mark at Nancy on the couch.
Yeah, and I walked in when she was like dancing outside the gazebo. So there you go.
So I watched 40, and after Bobby leaves tonight, I'm watching the rest of the movie, and I'll have a full week before I have to watch it again. Yeah. Actually, a full 2 weeks before I have to watch it again.
That's right. There you go.
Ta-da! I'm gaming the system.
Yeah, you sure proved me. You sure corrected me there.
It'll be the longest point between 2 points.
I stand corrected.
But that means I'll have watched by the end of today. By the time that after this recording, before I go to bed, I'll have watched Groundhog Day twice today. Mm-hmm. I've already watched it almost 1.5 times.
Sounds like an actual Groundhog Day.
Kind of like this podcast, as we just did this.
No, I mean the actual February 2nd when they show this movie on a loop.
And you know what's crazy? We've already talked about this film in some way, shape, or form for 10 minutes. So let's go back to Bobby's notes that he was bringing up.
Next up, what was the significance of Phil's blizzard prediction being wrong? We all know at the beginning he talks about how, this wind is going to come and blow this blizzard away. And it's mentioned several times, more towards the beginning half of the movie.
It's to foreshadow the fact that he's not a god. Because he does not control the word. He says, I make the weather. Mm-hmm. he does not make the weather. He does not control the weather. He has no control over his own destiny at all.
Yeah.
So much so that the weather goes awry and doesn't do what he thinks it is.
Okay, that's a good enough explanation for me. Next up, when they're on the and the first still on February 1st, Rita invites Phil and to go eat with her and Larry, and he says no thanks. As you know, loyal listener, he says no thanks. I've seen Larry eat. Then he mimes sticking his hand into his mouth, goes nom 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 nom. But later on the day when he realizes that he couldn't get arrested because
he don't care. He don't care.
And the day's repeating, and it cuts to him in the restaurant with Rita eating a big smorgasbord of food. He sticks a whole cake into his mouth, mimicking the exact thing he was mocking Larry for.
Would you say that at that moment his unleashing his inner Larry, his inner slob, his inner schlub?
A wretch, if you will.
A wretch.
So is Larry the wretch?
Larry is the personification of the wretch.
Oh, okay. So we learned something new today.
He is the Gollum of this film. He is the wretch.
Well, yeah, he is kind of played as like a very degenerate character.
Oh yeah, I mean him in his sweatpants and his
more like you want to see the inside of my van.
Yeah. So what I posed to you, Bobby, which could be very much cover many episodes. Yeah. What would you do if you were stuck in one place and every day was exactly the same and nothing that you did mattered?
I thought you were just quoting the movie.
I was, but it's also a question. What would you do if you were stuck in one place and every day was exactly the same and nothing that you did wasn't mattered?
Oh, wow.
Do you feel like Gus and Ralph in that instance when Phil says that's your life now, that nothing matters because every day is the same?
Yeah.
Are we half glass Phil?
Glass half Phil. Yeah, are you talking about literally as in the time loop, or are you talking about like Gus and Ralph's life, as in like...
I'm asking you right now, it's like instead of what's your Groundhog Day,
okay,
what would you do? What would you do if you were stuck in one place and every day was exactly the same?
It's not a great conversation.
And nothing that you did mattered.
I don't know what I would do, man. I need more
If
context.
you had your time again, would you do it all the same?
Jeez.
These are the questions we must ask.
If you really want my honest opinion, like I'd probably just waste it playing video games but fuck, you couldn't even save if you're in a time loop.
Exactly.
You have to just speedrun games.
It's like by the time you got out of that time loop, you'd know one game so well that you'd be like the expert on every summer games done quick, where you'd be you
could play as many games as you want. You would have to figure out how to get through them in that 24-hour period.
Yeah, you'd learn how to speedrun it.
But you could do that with multiple games. You could speedrun as many games as you can, as long as they're like not super long RPGs that require like intense leveling and stuff like that.
That, or you figure out all the glitches and how to glitch your way through the game in the fastest time possible.
But it'd be possible with games like your platformers, your Mario games, things like that. You could like ace those games really well, because you could usually beat them in about a day.
Wow, Phil did a unassisted tool speedrun of Mario Brothers. and we never thought it was possible to do the actual wall jump on your own.
Since there's no such thing as tools in this era.
Yep. He had to do it on real hardware.
Yep. Phil's the original speedrunner. I actually wanted to get to that because I did in fact mention that at some point.
Oh yeah, but we mention it always. It's easier to fall into the gamer parlance. Yeah. Day 3 is just Phil speedrunning through the events.
Yeah, I noticed that today, like on this watch, when he gets to the like when he wakes up and this time he's scared, and he's just like, he gets outside and this time Hallway Ghost comes up, he's like, hey, and he just runs right by him. Like that's just the player hitting A, like get me out of this dialogue box, I gotta go. And then Mrs. Lancaster's like, oh, hello, dude. And he just runs right out the door. Like he's literally like skipping everything he can skip.
It's like nope.
So that's how he's just running through his life, just like, I am not participating in this. I'm only doing the main quest here. No stopping to smell roses.
Here's a deep cut reference. He's popped the lid on his PS1 so that no random encounters will occur, so that he can get through the map fastest.
Wow. There you go.
The deepest of cuts you can make.
I don't even know what game that is.
Xenogears.
Oh, okay.
For the PlayStation 1 from Square Enix. Square at the time.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so that's that.
And then there's the whole thing with you trying to ship Hallway Ghost and Ned.
Well, let's go through the.
No, I brought it up now. You're trying to ship Hallway Ghost and Ned. Go on.
All I said was
That they have similar personalities.
Hallway Ghost and Ned should both hang out because they have similar personalities. Both of them like are very loud, get right in Phil's face, very overly friendly. Hey, want to see the Groundhog? Phil Connors, how you doing? Like they're both very like loud guys who kind of get a little too close to him to talk. And I'm just like, what if those two were hanging out together? They'd be like way too much energy in that room because we never see them together. Since we know Hallway Ghost never leaves his hallway,
we never see him leave his stairwell.
Yep. And Ned we only see him on that one road, then at the hotel at the end. And
which leads me to go on to another random point.
In the video game, their paths never cross.
It brings me to another in their RPG. They don't go to the street at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Unless you stop and talk to one, so that like when he's frozen talking to you, the other one's still moving.
Yep. So that'll bring us to another question you had. I'm just jumping around here. Like the things that are linked.
We're going to forget them though.
You asked me why don't people react to Phil punching
I think we discussed this before.
Probably have, but this is our 38th discussion of this film.
So as you know, when Ned is like, when Phil's doing his like jackass day, and he's like, I can't be arrested, and when Ned comes up to him, he's like,
no consequences. Yeah.
Phil Connors, and he just punches him in the face, and Ned like spins around, does a comic mug for the camera, and then does a stage fall to the ground. But you can see the John Candy lookalike in the background, and like two other people talking to the homeless guy, and like none of them even look at this spectacle that just unfolded before their eyes.
You know why?
Tell me why.
He's the devil. He's not actually visible to anybody else.
That's what I was gonna say, but then oh fuck. I was gonna say, how come he can see Rita at the end, but then because Rita's an angel, she can see him too.
She can see the true evil in the world. Or is he the romantic devil? Is he the one that's the devil that forces men to strive for something more?
Wow.
Is he Paradise Lost's devil? Mm-hmm. Like, what devil is he?
The one in the Bible is actually a dragon or serpent.
Satan.
His physical appearance is only described once in the Bible, and it's in the Book of Revelations as a dragon or serpent.
And here, I'm just going to get this one out of the way. Is the shower in a separate room on the second floor? Yes.
I didn't notice that this whole time.
As I saw you ask that question on my 40-minute watch I just did of before you got here, I confirmed that yes, that is a separate bathroom, which I hope means that there are multiple bathrooms on that floor. Because man, that would suck to be at that. Because we know it's a full house and it's full of old people.
Then why wouldn't it be in like every bedroom? Why would you have multiple different bathrooms just sitting in the middle of the hall?
Because it's a renovated home. It's a bed and breakfast, so it's like she has multiple rooms, but she doesn't have multiple bathrooms. Because if you watch when he wakes up every morning, okay, campers, rise and shine. Don't forget your boots because cold out there. Yeah. He gets up and he goes towards the sink that he has in his room and the mirror so he can shave.
And there's nothing else there.
And there's no toilet, nothing. So he goes. They have a little toilet there.
Yep.
Maybe he has a water closet and there's a toilet bowl and there's something, but
I doubt it.
They only have very limited things in their room.
Yeah, because I remember like what I was looking at.
But he also has a fireplace.
He's coming out of the Well, there you go. He's coming out of they make their priorities. We'll give you a fireplace, but you ain't getting your own bathroom. No, I think there's only one on the whole floor because look at that floor's layout.
I'm assuming that there's that also when you look at it from outside or the way they've laid it out on the inside, that place is humongous.
Impossibly.
Just to show you how Lovecraftian this world actually is. That it's the bed and breakfast of the damned, where there's multiple never-ending hallways and rooms where a ghost can be stuck on that stairwell for all eternity, asking, "You here to see the Groundhog?" And he only appears on February 2nd.
Let's think about this for a minute because we talked about this before a bit, but that fucking hallway, like when you look at it, it looks like there's only one like strip going one way and then another strip going another way, sort of at a 90-degree angle. I don't think there's a big square going around as far as I can tell.
Okay, let's go to a deep cut here, Bobby.
If we were to look at it from overhead in a map view, what the hell would that look like? Because
that's why I'm going to go to deep cut.
And then how many bathrooms would there be in it? Where would they be positioned?
I want you to reach back in time to another podcast we've done.
Yeah.
Tales from the Grave, where you thought that you were afraid of frogs and you go into a mansion, you go up the stairwell, and it's actually a stairwell that has almost a balcony over the actual landing downstairs. That's how the thing is.
It is?
Yeah, it's because you see him when he's walking down the stairs in the morning after he goes to the hallway, goes and runs away. There's a main stairway here that splits off in two ways, and it's open. You can see it down into the main foyer.
I know the stairway is open, but I don't think the actual rooms upstairs have a balcony outside.
No, not a balcony. I don't mean the outside. I mean the inside, where it's almost like a balcony looking out into.
I know what you're talking about, but I think that's only at the very end of that hallway of the upstairs.
But that's it, because they walk up those stairs, and then the hallway is situated right around the corner there.
Yeah. Right at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
But if there's a thing where you can keep going straight from the stairway, or you can turn right, and that's it.
So you go up.
So it's like a little 90
You turn right and left, and it goes in opposite directions.
So we ever see a left side?
I only saw the end of the episode, but
I only
bring
saw
up the tape.
I only saw a straight and a right.
Pause.
And we're back verifying the architecture.
So once again, the architecture makes no sense.
Because when you go up from the one angle where hallway ghost is, when you go up the stairs, it looks like you can go straight, or maybe you can go left. And to the right, there's just a window.
Yeah.
But from the perspective of the view of the bathroom, there's one little hallway is going down, and he walks back towards the shower room. The shower room. He's coming back towards the camera, and I don't know where the fuck his room is, unless his room was on the left, unless the bathroom was on the left. And then he's got to walk that way and then go back around to his room.
Somebody surely has a.
I need a map
of this.
I need a map of this bed and breakfast because it makes no goddamn sense.
Oh wow! And also, just to confirm this, as we're wrapping up the episode for this week, is
yes, there is a toilet in that.
There is a toilet in his room,
but guess what? It's not covered by anything. It's just sitting out there next to the sink. So when Nancy or Rita were over, if anybody had to go to the bathroom, you're going right in front of the other person.
Yep, you have to go right in front of the other one. You're gonna drop trowel, and you're gonna look her right in the eyes while you're taking a shit, and you're just gonna look at her.
Yep.
Another deep cut.
Yep.
So with that, people, we're gonna wrap up so we can do our third installment of Groundcast Day.
Oh, we're on that already. Okay.
Okay. So everybody,
Okay,
okay. Goodbye, everybody.